Hello, Anna. Nice to meet you today.
Nice to meet you, same here.
Can I ask you one question? What do you think is the future for Bitcoin and the whole crypto industry?
I feel like when I think of Web3, enterprise blockchain seems to be the most promising use case. So, use cases like supply chain security, orchestration in the ambit of Web3, that seems to be the most promising. Far as crypto and Bitcoin is concerned, I think industry is going through a phase where they are still figuring out the best use cases, for commercialization of these. Far as customers are concerned, also I see that the industry is going through a bit of a trust deficit, and they are also figuring out how they can make best use of these use cases being offered by various companies for modalities like loyalty programs, customer benefits, reward, and so on and so forth. So I would say it's just a very infancy phase for the industry where everyone is trying to figure out what is the future of this. So
Very nice. I can see many use cases. Can you tell me one by one what is the use case in your company for NFT marketplace?
So basically, we are expand my business. We do IT development work for anyone who is looking to outsource any kind of development work. They don't have in-house expertise. We are seeing a lot of companies and brands approach us for NFT marketplace launch because there is an upcoming trend where Gen Z audience is looking to develop loyalty with a brand if they are offer NFTs. So for example, brands like luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, you would have heard in the industry, they are looking for such kind of use cases, right? So we are seeing that brands are approaching us where they want to develop a deeper customer connect to the NFT marketplaces, and that seems to be a very strong modality for us. We are seeing a lot of events companies approach us or media companies where they want to do virtual events in Metaverse, and they want to interact with their customer in the Metaverse, develop deeper connects or emotional connects with them, and then build commercialization on top of that. So
Very nice. How you see the metaverse development? What is metaverse for you?
Metaverse for me is just like a more immersive experience. See, you cannot be present all the time anywhere remotely in the world. Let's say I have to attend a lecture in Harvard tomorrow, right? I can be there. But attending that experience live from India, let's say I'm a part of the executive program, interacting with the people there, even though it is simulated environment, that kind of, especially with, I'm a millennial, see, so for me, it might not make sense. But if I remove that bias, I do find that Gen Z audience likes to interact in that immersive setup. So deeper customer connects, through these virtual events can be established, and I see it has a strong future.
You think the government will join in the metaverse?
Absolutely, they have to. Even in government sector, you'll find that a lot of training programs that the government is giving to engineers in infrastructure projects, for example, in India and across the world. When you want to remotely connect with your workers, give them a training program, especially post-COVID, everyone is in the mindset that, you need to have a hybrid workplace. You need to train your people remotely, right? So metaverse will become a strong modality even for the government when they have to train their resources, and bring them up to speed on various projects.
Thank you so much. We know that India sometimes is strict with the crypto. What do you think about the regulation in India in the future?
I think that it all started with decentralization, right? But the government there right now wants to get a centralized control over this market because, believe it or not, we have also seen the downside of the crypto market, right? We have seen it being misused. We have seen people being cheated. So I think rather than saying that the government is skeptical about it, I think the Indian government is trying to figure out the right frameworks to put in place so that they can control the ill effects of crypto, so to say, and prevent money laundering and all the malpractices that is happening right now.
For the protection of the retail investment is very
Very, very important. Yeah.
Yes. Um, can you tell me something about the DeFi projects what you work on?
We are getting, so what we do in DeFi projects is when customers come with their requirement, we take the requirement and we connect them to expert. No, I'm no DeFi expert, but we have a team of consultants who have background of doing like hundreds of projects in the DeFi space. You come, you give your requirement, we take the requirement, we make sure that the delivery of the project is impeccable. What we are seeing in DeFi is a lot of fintech companies are approaching us. A lot of P2P players are approaching us where they want to create lending or micro lending platforms in the Web3 space. So that need is becoming stronger and pertinent. But I think industry is still going through experimentation phase. Like I cannot put finger and say this one use case is seeing a upsurge in demand or is very pertinent and successful. So yeah, going through the drill.
Very nice. So, how many developers you have in your company?
We have a partner ecosystem of about 100,000 developers in India. For blockchain itself, we have ballpark is around 8,000 developers.
So that means you can utilize any blockchain.
Absolutely.
Do you think to utilize Luna Classic in the future?
Why not? Never say no.
Of course, never say.
Never say
Thank
no.
you very much for your day.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys have a nice day.